The hegemony classified it as minor collateral damage. A few plasma bombs on a backwater human colony to clear land for their mining operation. 300 dead primitives on a world that didn't even have faster-than-light travel. Barely worth mentioning in their reports. They didn't notice the 12-year-old girl who crawled out from under her mother's body, covered in ash and blood, clutching a burnt physics textbook. They should have. 25 years later, Dr. Amara Okafor stood in the command center of humanity's most secret facility, watching the countdown timer tick toward zero. Around her, scientists and engineers, many of them orphans from similar minor incidents, worked with grim determination. Final checks complete, her deputy reported. The package is armed and ready. Amara nodded, her fingers tracing the scar on her cheek. A souvenir from that day in Lagos Colony. Send the message. Across the galaxy, Hegemony Prime received an unusual transmission from human space. Not the usual pleas for mercy or negotiations they'd grown accustomed to ignoring, but a simple video file. Supreme Coordinator Vethmar opened it with mild curiosity. The image showed a middle-aged human female in a laboratory, surrounded by equations that hurt to look at. 25 years ago, the woman said calmly, you destroyed Lagos Colony. My village. My family. You probably don't remember, you've destroyed so many. But I remember. I remember my mother shielding me. I remember my brother's screams. I remember finding my father's physics textbook in the rubble. The one that taught me about atoms and energy and the fundamental forces of the universe. Vethmar's 12 eyes narrowed. Something about the human's tone. You thought we were primitives because we hadn't achieved FTL travel. You were right, we hadn't, because we were focused on something else. Something you never bothered to research. Amara smiled, and it was the smile of someone who'd spent decades sharpening their hatred into a scalpel. We were very, very good at making things go boom. The video showed schematics, weapon designs that the hegemony's computers flagged as theoretically impossible. Antimatter catalyzed fusion, strangelet bombs, devices that turned matter into pure energy with horrifying efficiency. You see, while you were perfecting space travel, we were perfecting destruction. Our history is written in atomic fire. We split the atom before we reached our own moon. We created weapons that could end our world before we could leave it. It's what we do. Vethmar's assistant rushed in. Coordinator, we're detecting an anomaly near the homeworld. A small object just appeared. Here's the thing about humans. Amara continued on screen. We're vindictive. We hold grudges. And we're very patient. That primitive colony you destroyed? Half the children who survived became weapons physicists. The other half became delivery specialists. We call ourselves the Lagos Group. The facility's sensors screamed warnings. A tiny object, no bigger than a grain of rice, had materialized in Hegemony Prime's upper atmosphere. It was falling toward the surface at terminal velocity. Impossible! Vethmar shrieked. Our shields were designed to stop energy weapons and kinetic strikes, Amara said, as if responding to him. Not a microscopic pellet of compressed strange matter wrapped in a shell of programmed nanobots. When it hits your atmosphere, the shell will dissolve. The strangelet will begin converting any matter it touches into more strange matter. Exponentially, the hegemony's greatest scientists ran the calculations. Their results came back with numbers that couldn't be real. Shouldn't be real. Complete planetary conversion in 72 hours. You're bluffing, Vethmar whispered. No species would. Destroy an entire world in retaliation? Amara's laugh was bitter. You taught us that was acceptable. Minor collateral damage, right? Besides, we're not destroying your world. We're converting it. Think of it as aggressive mining. Very aggressive. Panic spread through the hegemony command structure. They fired every weapon at the falling speck. Nothing worked. It was too small, too fast, too alien in its physics. You have 60 hours to evacuate, Amara said with mock kindness. That's 60 hours more than you gave Lagos Colony. Use them wisely. The transmission ended with coordinates, not of human military bases or government centers, but of orphanages. Hundreds of them, scattered across human space, each named after a destroyed colony, each full of children learning advanced physics. Oh, and Vethmar? Amara's voice added in postscript. This is just the Lagos group. There's also the New Mumbai Collective, the Titan Station survivors, the Proxima Martyrs. You've created so many of us. And we've all been busy. As strange matter began consuming Hegemony Prime's atmosphere, turning the sky into writhing silver fractals, the galaxy learned a crucial lesson. Humans don't just get even, they get ahead. And they never, ever forget. The last message from Hegemony Prime, broadcast to all their colonies, was simple. Cease all actions against human settlements. Effective immediately. Amara received it in her lab, still clutching her father's physics textbook. Too late, she whispered, watching the countdown for the next delivery begin.